Hey guys, how's it going? I see um because I suck at YouTube as much as dirt bikes. Take that. The Mark Payne, Brady, Roger Herb, my mama, who's under Lambo's Lounge. I like that name. I wish I was getting seat time. No. My wife is out of town. She is fortunate enough to be riding horses with the Forest Service for 2 days up in Taylor Park, which is funny because that's where I'm headed on Friday. But she gets back Friday morning, so I had to get the kids to school this morning, and they can only get there so early. I would have taken them at 7, but the school's not open. So here we are. Yeah, I was. Hey, what's happening, broads? Jimmy Neihart, what is going down? Yeah, I know it's about time. 5280 James, what's going on? We are here at the shop, and yeah, it's crazy time. Welcome to the Gospel Two Wheels number 197. Where coffee's hot, the bikes are fast, especially that one right there. Hold on. Yeah, the RZ 350 is rad and it's running good now. If you watch the little short clip of me going bam by, you heard it kind of popping and sputtering. But we got that sorted out. So, Jimmy Neihart, why did the farmers start a band? I can't wait to hear what that's going to be. Mojave Mike, Bryce Davis, what's going down? Yeah. So, oh, and your comments are ridiculous. Did I say that? Anyway, hey, Dad, what's going on? It's great to be back. Sorry we missed last week. Did I miss last week? No, I was here last week. Yeah. Anyway, it was the week before. I was with my dad. Yes, Jimmy Neihart. He had a ton of sick beats. I like it. Garrett Anderson, come down for the Death March for the Mako. Let's do that today if you can. Yeah, guys, this weekend is the Death March. We are heading to Taylor Park Friday afternoon. Gonna get up there, sleep, hopefully lots. Hello, Dirt. What's happening, Jared? You had a question. I forgot my thing. I can't remember what it was. Get Risky Vlogs. What's going down? Michael Vandesluis, what's going down? Yeah, Jared, type that question here again. I honestly cannot remember what it was. I apologize. Or some, I think I might have answered it overnight. Over the night. Kevin O'Loughlin, what's going down? Roger Heard, great morning to you too. Oh, X-Ting Carb, yeah. So thank you. I have not yet received the Chinese bill or Electron. It's X-Ting. Jared had one on his GPX. I think it was the older version, or maybe it was the second version. Anyway, there's a new version coming out that has a pilot circuit, which I think are going to be. I think it's going to be really good because I think the pilot circuit missing on the Electron / Smart Carb, the other metering rod carbs, is what is, I think, wrong with those carbs. Those carbs work fine. I'm not going to go yell about that, although that it's definitely going to be another huge dirt biker video here real soon. But I mean, I already mentioned them in the other one. But anyway, we'll go in depth into why I don't like them. But the real reason that I don't like them, and I think they kind of is that they don't have a pilot circuit, which then makes them lean on the bottom, which gives them better fuel mileage and whatever. Anyway, but it's what makes them not snap quite as good as a Kian or a Mikuni that's jetted well. So they supposedly have one coming that's going to have a pilot circuit. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think that's going to be pretty cool. They're going to send me one to test. So other updates, if you haven't watched it yet, my final thoughts on the Panthera E-Start is up and it's junk. My old YZ is back over there. More problems with the E-Start kit. Yeah, I sold that bike, everything working. After fiddling, getting all dialed in. And then since then, it has had nothing but problems and very few hours on it. And it's, yeah, anyway. So Kevin O'Loughlin, I don't know if I said good morning, but good morning. Brody, no, your tires aren't here. It's 8:03. UPS hasn't come yet. So hopefully they'll be here. I don't know if they can be here today or it might be tomorrow. I'm not sure, but they'll be here soon. So yeah, Panthera E-Start, boo. Overall, never run that. Now I hear that the total loss ones are good. Garrett, yes, I got the giant loop bags, the fuel bags. Yes, they're here. So I've heard the total loss system seemed to work because the spinny like starter part of the system works pretty well. It's the charging and the stator and all that crap that's the Brady Metter. Yes, it does need some tricky. Richard Hartley, I'm glad you enjoy the huge dirt biker videos. I have to say, so I got contacted by a guy last night who he doesn't like me. It's a long. It doesn't matter who it is. He does not like me. Hasn't liked me for a long time, and he contacted me to yell at me for stealing Ben. I forget his last name. Anyway, the guy that does the huge fly fisherman. So if you guys haven't watched number 2, I mentioned Ben on the huge fly fisherman. I have absolutely appropriated a ton of his stuff for the huge dirt biker, including the I suck at dirt biking, his say I suck at fly fishing. Absolutely 100% I am imitating him on that stuff. And I've given him credit and I've told everybody and I am unabashed about it because he is brilliant. It's amazing. And I checked, there's no one doing that kind of stuff in the dirt bike world. So I figured, why not? Let's do it in the dirt bike world because we don't really overlap. I'm not stealing any viewers from him or business from him. So, yeah, anyway, you who got mad at me, suck it up, dude. Like, that's life. And as far as I'm concerned, imitation is the highest form of flattery. And I cannot say enough about Ben. If you are a fly fisherman as well as dirt biker, you must go check out his channel. It's phenomenal. Good morning, Colorado Enduro guy. Garrett Anderson, yes. I don't know if he knows that fishing and dirt bikes are different. Haters are motivators. You're damn right. Get risky. Panthera sucks. Rocky Mountain Oysters. Yeah, that guy Sebastian sucks. Brody chiming in on the recluse clutch. It's awesome. Good life, bro. Go fishing. Stop watching dirt bike vids. Yeah, dude, Jimmy, it's hilarious. I don't know. Last month, I was in Mancos and rode the Hermosa Creek Trail. Nice. Lost the bike on a steep side hill. Had to hike out and back to. Woo! Dude, Scott, that's gnarly. That is a really gnarly trail. I'm glad you got the bike. That sucks. Chris Nelson, Husaberg's Do-Rock. What's happening? So Garrett is asking, how many are in for the Death March so far? I can't say 100%, but I think we're probably. Hey, my dogs are here. Come here. Got a ball. I think we're over 10 at this point. Adam Does Dirt Bikes is coming. Speaking of that, speaking of other YouTubers who are awesome, Adam Does Dirt Bikes is coming. Aaron and his buddy Cody, they're locals here, good friends. Zach Sheets is coming. He is doing the whole thing. Woody from Seat Time is definitely coming. Very excited about that. Garrett is coming. Christopher Bro Lumbus, what is happening? Robert, we are doing very well. Brady is not doing the Death March because he sucks. He wasted all his fun tickets going to Colorado early this year. And even though he swore he was coming to the Death March, he promised me. He made my heart full, and then he deflated my heart by lying to me. It was a bald-faced lie that Brady, bald-faced lie. And and I don't blame him for not coming because he went early to Colorado because his wife would like to have him home. It's weird. She actually likes him. It's weird. Not that because my wife likes me, but that's normal because I'm a pretty cool guy. Brady rides 4-strokes. So Kevin O'Loughlin, I think Brian Aliff has a patent. I suck at dirt bike. That's so good. I wish Aliff was on here still. Brady, you did say you were coming. I'm not even whatever. Do you have a chain for my bike? Yeah, I think Brody. I think I should. I think I have one. No, dogs are fighting. And Nightheart, he said actually we're talking. He's not going to ride until the Death March. Have you ever done a video on the issue I shared with you regarding the Crankcase vent on an MX stream crossing sucking into the sand? No, I have not, but I should and will because So it's not just the MX bikes. So it's any bike with the crankcase vent that goes to the ground. Now, all the newer ones have stuff that go to the airbox or the carb or whatever, which I personally reroute. I don't run them to the ground. I run them up under the tank and put a little filter on them so they don't get oil. You should see these dogs. It's hilarious. There we go, Bow Hunter. That is Brady. Brady Broads called you out, Brady. You posted on a couple Gospel Two Wheels a couple times ago. Yes. So yeah, if you have, and Bruce, I will make a video, but if you have a vent that goes to the ground and you go through water, it can suck things up just as well as it can push things out. All again. Yeah, and I've seen it. I actually had it happen to me. This is an interesting one. This is actually a very interesting one. On that YZ that's up there, I was riding it on the lake in the snow. So had my screws and tires, whatever, and I took it out 4 or 5 times. And I'm going to find your post, Brady. Anyway, I took it out 4 or 5 times that winter and had a great time, no issues, whatever. And I probably only put 10 hours on it. So that spring, it was time to change the oil, whatever. And I drained the oil and it was full of water. It was milkshake oil. Disgusting. And was like, where did that come from? Because I hadn't sunk the bike, I hadn't anything. And I'm trying to figure out. And I finally remembered that my crankcase, my tranny crankcase vent, because 2-strokes don't need crankcase vents on anything else because they're awesome. But the tranny vent runs down and out and by the carb vents and had sucked water up into it. It sucked. Loads of sand trying to start and stream while hot. There you go, Jimmy. I think that's the one that Bruce talked about. And so I'm going to definitely do another video on that, on how it worked. Yes, Broads, that's how it's going on. Oh yeah, Garrett Aaron's took. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, Jimmy, that is the one that Bruce shared with me, and yeah. So I need to do a video on why and how to prevent that. And I haven't watched his whole video, so Brady, does he talk about how to prevent that and to fix that, or does he just talk about what happened? Brody, good luck fishing. I hope you catch some giant ones. He does. Okay, cool. Right, there we go. So I don't really need to make a video, although I might, because his is a 4-stroke. Maybe I'll show a 2-stroke because a lot of people might not think that that's a case on a 2-stroke because they are different. So, but anyway, that's awesome. And yeah, like I said, I experienced that on my YZ250. I ended up with all kinds of water in the transmission, and that was not even water. That was just snow. And it, yeah, and Bruce, so it's funny, okay, so maybe I do need to make a video because it doesn't have to be submerged to do that. It can just go through the river and suck water. It doesn't even have to, you don't have to start it, any of that stuff for that to happen. So maybe I do need to make a video on that because I've seen it more than once when people deep stream crossings, things like that. I have made a video, but I think maybe I need to redo it on why you run vent lines up underneath the thing, especially on carburetors. Schwager, there's no vent hose on the TPI on the crank, like on the transmission. If not, there should be because it builds pressure. Let me know. Does anybody know? I don't have a TPI. Oh, I do have a TPI here. I'm gonna check and force Valentine what's happening and see, because if it doesn't have a vent, I'd like to know how that thing vents. That'd be good to know. And maybe that's why they have problems if they don't have a crankcase vent. So, and Scott Schwager, you had something else up here about after your thing. 40 feet of chain and the come along for the next guy to get it back up the trail. Thank you very much for the chain and the come along. Brady Metter, Megs Brap loves TPI. I hear you cannot just put a check in that vent. No, you don't put a check in the vent. at all. What you do is you route it to a different place. So let's talk about Meg's Brap's TPI, and let's talk about just TPIs in general. But first, a message to my sponsor. Actually, no. First, I see that there's a bunch of you guys watching, but not a lot of thumbs up. If you're watching and you're having a fun time right now, and you're enjoying this whole situation, back out of the chat, hit the thumbs up, and come back into the chat. Also, please fire off all your questions. That's what I'm here for. Panthera is not that dude that owns Panthera hates me anyway, and now he's gonna hate me a lot more. So Meg's is TPI. She's had nothing but problems from the get-go. I don't think it's because of her. I think it's the nature of the TPI, and it's not the nature of all TPIs. It's the nature of every now and then, which is weird. That's the thing, honestly, I've found that I really dislike about those bikes is it seems like you get a good one and then you get a bad one and you get a good. You never freaking can tell. So here's the funny thing. If you haven't seen this on Facebook, if you haven't talked to me about this, my good friend, I'm going to go ahead and say his name because he's awesome and he deserves credit even though he doesn't want it. My friend Robbie Noyles, who has given me 3 motorcycles and given one to Covco for me to build, auction off to get Covco money, all that good stuff. And so and Brady, I'm coming right in there with you. Robbie has seen all of her posts. Robbie, being the amazing man that he is, offered up a free, 100% free YZ250 to her. He's called me. He said, Morgan, I want to give you a YZ250 to give to Meg's Brap. No strings attached, no nothing. I will help you pay. I will help pay you to valve and lower the suspension for her, set it up exactly right. We'll get an 18-inch wheel on it. We'll put mooses, whatever it takes. I'll help you, do what you can. It's going to be good for you as a shop / channel / social media thing to give her a bike and all this good stuff. But it's a 2013. She's like, we'll rebuild the motor. We'll make it brand new, whatever. It's free because I want her to have a bike that works. And she turned us down. That to me is absolutely ridiculous. Now she's on the freaking Honda 4-stroke, which, I mean, I'm sure it's a nice bike, but like, really? That's what you're going to ride? And I mean, and by the way, Paul Anstey, yes, beta for the win. Because if she'd had these problems with a beta, they would have taken care of it. There's weird things about betas and Shercos and whatever, but beta stands way behind their bikes. Bruce Kennedy is one to say. He's told me all about all the things that they've done to stand behind him. And yeah, gas. Yeah. So why do none of my friends want to give me? Because Garrett, your bikes work just fine. The dogs sound like demon voices. I know they're. Yes, they are telling you to buy another bike. Absolutely. They're so cute. Hold on. Look, there they are. Hi. Leia seems so nice. So yeah, beta would have been great, but like the freaking, and yes, Roger, heard you did donate your YZs and thank you so much. I like the fact that she doesn't want a free, and Robbie's like, dude, I don't care if it's her backup bike. I don't care if it sits in her truck or her trailer. I just want her to have a bike that works. And he honestly wanted to put it to the whole TPI thing because he doesn't love that. And by the way, he's a KTM guy. He just has older KTMs. But I think she's freaking crazy for not accepting a free motorcycle set up just for her. We're going to do full TBT, everything on it. Like I said, brand new motor, the whole deal. Just give it to her. And she said no. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, Brady. It's ridiculous. It's like crying. Yeah. And I tried desperately hard. KTM 85 SX Woods, hair scramble, David Barber check, including springs and everything. You're probably looking at about 1,000 to 1,200. I'm just stabbing at it, somewhere in there, but that's about right for springs and everything. So, not surprised. Used to be a fan of her. Yeah, Robbie Child. I think that's Robbie Childs. I know it says Ronald on here, but I think that's anyway. Um, yeah, anyway, she's crazy. I don't know what her problem was. I also offered to help her rebuild her old one that had a carburetor because we were talking. I mean, we're friends, and we were talking on the phone about it, and I was trying to help her with that one when she's having problems. And I come to find out it had over 500 hours on it and never had the bottom end down. I'm like, well, I figured that was you, Robbie. I was like, she tells me it's got way over 500 hours. I'm like, oh, and well, so let's put a crank in it. And I told her, like, call all your sponsors, all your, friends, social media people, get someone to help you pay for the parts. Come to Colorado. I will show you how to rebuild it. Like, we can do a video of me teaching you how to rebuild this motor. You'll have a fresh, brand new motor. And she turned me down for that too. So I don't know. And I feel like I'm a decent mechanic. I'm not the best mechanic. I'm not, perfect by any means, but my 300 that I put a crank in runs really, 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 really well. And we do a good job here. And I really thought that would help. Anyway, she turned him down. So I'm going to now hopefully buy that YZ250 for my kid, Thomas, because he's big enough. He's ridden the crap out of his 125, 144 from Roger Hurd. Thank you. He's ridden the living crap out of that thing, and it is time for him to get onto a bigger bike. Gas, and Huskies are issues she probably caused. She appears to not be a very good maintenance person, just rides the crap out of them. Colorado and Durga, I forget who this is. I think I forget your name. Brady, I know you do. I don't know. That first, the TPI one, I think, honestly, it had problems really, really early. And I don't know, but whatever. That one had problems super, super early. Now, the other ones, like I said, she began having weird problems with that because of no maintenance. 500 hours on a two-stroke without a crank is crazy. Bruce Kennedy, yes, she is from Canada, and I will stay in the U.S. Absolutely. Yeah, 9 hours, she said. So I think, and who is it? Everride or no? Ready to Ride Rental. Someone did that test on that KTM. They did 100 hours with zero issues. So, I think it had zero issues, right? Maybe someone will respond to me on that one because I think that thing did 100 hours with I know it had zero maintenance, not even the air filter, which is sad. But I think that's actually a pretty cool test. I wish I could afford to do that to a bike. That'd be a lot of fun, just to build a bike and then don't do anything. Ready to ride. There we go. And Garrett, I think that bike did great at 100 hours. So with no maintenance. So I don't know. I think her issue was one of those TPI issues. So I think Bo got lucky probably from, Ready to Ride. That he didn't have any problem. Forrest Valentine, I have not ridden Steamboat Lake trails, but someone else chime in. Also, guys, if you're watching this later as a replay, hopefully you can see the live chat going by and you can see what's going on. Also, please give us a thumbs up because, I love doing this. Those thumbs ups and comments and things like that make a big difference. Also, let's just talk quickly about the huge Dirt Biker series. I love stirring the pot. And if you guys are watching this and you're mad at me for making fun of recluses or any of that stuff, come on, seriously, get over it. I love my favorite comments are the people who laugh about it, tell me they love the whatever thing that I'm making fun of anyway, and they don't give a crap about what I think, and a big thumbs up. That's my favorite people. Thank you so much. I love you. That's the key, right? You just got to like what you like. I mean, even Brady, he likes four strokes, which, but I give him credit for sticking with it. See, there you go. Bruce Kennedy looks good in his skirt. And I love the people who said it was a kilt. That's awesome. Roger Hurd, let's do the KX250 two smoker and go through the motor. We should plan that for Paul Ansey. I love it. We should plan that for the winter. This winter, you should come up and hang out. And if you have your camper still, you can camp at our house. So you guys have your own stuff, and then we can do that. That'd be good. Um, Garrissey, my skirt's a kilt. I like it. Paul Anstey, I'm glad you like your Midwest lever. The is so honestly, quick thing about those Midwest levers. Like, I just don't like the way they feel. Like, I think they're too fat and weird. And anyway, I like how short they are though. I wish Midwest would make a lever that didn't change anything about the leverage and all that stuff. It was just a lever that was short like that, but thin. Um, I would buy one of those because I think that's cool. Um, Paul Hansen came with the bike, so I think that would be awesome because I hate the fatness of them and the whole changing of leverage thing. That's what I don't like. It's not because you can't get it right, but a lot of people really struggle to get that adjustment right because they either get it to where it slips too much and then it burns up the clutch, or it doesn't slip enough. And it's a science physics things, right? So if you're gonna change the leverage on that thing, it means you're gonna have to pull it further to disengage it the same amount, right? You can't get one thing without giving another thing. Anyway, so like that has to happen. I get it. That's fine. It's pretty ingenious way of doing it. Problem is when you do that to get the disengagement, just like that really short disengagement, it also will cause the clutch to slip. So anyway, Brady Metter, I love you so much. Oh, that is. I'm sure you do have a short, thin lever for me. Used to be a ton of great single track up there, but there you go, Bryce Davis. I mean, Forrest, if Cotrex has it on there, ride it. I bet it's good. What? That's what grinders are for. I know, Mark Payne. I've thought about doing that to my bulletproof designs, but they're so nice and pretty. I just don't want to mess them up. But it's also a full pull to disengage it. That's a thing. That's my thing. That's what I don't love. I got lever adjusted in just fine for playing with the engagement point. That's good, Bruce. I just have seen, like, I've watched quite a few clutches get burnt all the way up because they want that just really short disengagement. It's fun to do. Anyway, they want that short disengagement, and you can't really do that with that unless you have it almost banjo tight, which then causes slipping. I'm not the only one. Brady relentlessly harasses asking about flat spots right on Back Racer. I mean, Brady and he gives me so much crap, but the joke's on Brady. He's stuck in Oklahoma and I'm in Colorado, so there we go. I love it. Get a recluse. There you go. So yeah, if you I love it. It all is circular. It's awesome. Forrest Valentine. So the Gaia Maps is good. The thing about Cotrex, it's first of all, it's free. You don't have to pay for anything, and it tells you whether or not the single track is open to motorized or not motorized. It tells you seasonal closures and all that stuff that those other maps don't. Because I like Onyx. I haven't used Gaia. I use Onyx for a lot of stuff, and it's anyway. Cotrex is just really nice for Colorado. Go Sooners! Oh boy, that's Forrest. That's gonna make Brady even more angry if I'm saying Go Sooners because he's a Cowboys fan. Oh, my mom. I love you, Mama, and I love Oklahoma. I love that I'm from Oklahoma, but very much the fact that I am from Oklahoma, not still living there. I love you, and I love the state, but I'm happy. See, there we go. Go Pokes. I knew he'd fire back in there for us. Yeah. Obviously, I'm from Oklahoma, and so I like to give that state a very hard time. There you go. Mom says, go Pokes. My mom used to teach at OSU. So, yeah, take that Sooner crap out of here. What? Wolverines for the win. Nice. Bruce Kennedy coming in from Michigan. So, what other questions you guys have? I'm trying to think of other things. Again, Death March. Oh, WeBe race went awesome. Foxy Bibbs beat the crap out of me. I knew that was coming. I'm sure Brady's going to chime in that he's going to beat me again in the Gold Rush and whatever. I hope that I can remedy that this year by A, being in better shape, and B, bringing a faster motorcycle. We'll see. It probably isn't going to matter. He's probably going to beat me anyway. I don't care. My drive for racing is waning right now. I've been I'm just kind of tired this year. This year's been rough. I moving has been rough. I whatever. It's a long story. I don't want to go into all my troubles, but yeah, it's been a bit of a rough year. I've been having fun still, but just not the same guy I was last year when I was racing hard and going fast. So, and of course, that's the year that Brady beat me, but I was on a 125. So, oh yeah, I'm coming to the Gold Rush. Coming early to ride the 500 with us. No pack racer. I will not be coming early. I just can't come early. I gotta, we gotta leave on Thursday, get down to the race, and come back out. What class is a slower class? C or 30C? Slower me maybe. Mike, I would say the slower class is gonna be, well, actually the safer class to be in will be 30 plus C, because the open C is a bit of a craziness because it's got all the kids who are trying to get faster, going nuts, but they're novices. So I would highly recommend doing 30 plus because it's going to be more normal humans who have to go to work the next day, so they probably won't slam into you. But not free. I love the way Gio. Oh, right on, Forrest. I got to try Guy. Everybody says it's great. I just haven't tried it yet. And Pack Racer, it doesn't stink. I mean, I rode the 500s, the Stillwater 500s. It's a super fun place, but yeah, I just can't make an extra trip, extra days out right then. So and Garrett Anderson, depends on where the sandbaggers. I would say, yeah, I don't know. I would say there's more sandbaggers probably in the open sea because it's, like I said, it's a lot of kids and they just want trophies. Usually, not always, usually people who are in their 30s have gotten over that and they're just out there to try to go fast and have fun, and they're usually in the right class. Now, sometimes you'll get someone who, like my buddy Foxy Bibbs, who hasn't raced in a long time, and they're like, I'm just going to enter the B. That's what he's going to enter the B class. I'm like, no. Leandra, Zach, everyone is like, you are a worthless human if you B class, you son. He's a double A guy from New Zealand. Number one double. Anyway, whatever. He's a bad dude. So, yeah, it was a long time ago, but he's awesome. Brady Metter. It's because Oklahoma riding sucks. I'm not coming down there. The Gold Rush has expert C class. Yes. Oh, Kevin O'Laughlin, I love it. What's your thoughts on a larger tank for the 300s? Maybe you mean 3 liter. You mean 3 gallon, Scott Schwager? I run a big tank on my 300, and I think big tanks are awesome. Love them. No, and Garrett, yeah, Mr. Enduro in B class. Brady, I know the riding doesn't suck. That was a joke. I mean, I love the stuff at the Gold Rush. I had a lot of fun at the 500. I'm sure Talamina and all those places are super cool, but come on, man. I'm not coming down there to ride when I have all of this. Like, you have to pay to ride, and it's a long drive. I can stay here, ride epic stuff for my 25. So, yeah, I mean, I get it. Someday, maybe, if I have a whole bunch of extra time. But when I have extra time, I like to go up in the mountains. So, yeah, just like you, Brady Metter, when you have extra time, you like to go to the mountains too. And yes, I will give you 100, like a million times trouble about not coming to Colorado 10 times because you promised you were coming. So I took off 3 years and they wanted me to start in C class. I was like, okay. And she was like, no way. Yes, Roger heard. That is awesome. Bruce Kennedy. I do like bashing Canadians. That's awesome. Hey, Forrest Valentine, get to work. Have a great day, man. And yes, we'll see you soon. And God bless you. And yeah, we got to go ride, dude. We haven't ridden in a while. So again, I'm looking right. If I look right there, I see the number of people watching versus the number of people who've given a thumbs up, and it's off. So back out of the chat, give us a thumbs up, come back in. That would be super rad. Really does help. What other questions do you guys have? Like I said, WeBe Monte Vista, highly recommend that race. Some people don't like the restart format. I actually enjoy it. I actually don't do as well. I got beat by some people that didn't beat me at the Shady Borough. For instance, Nicole Bradford, I was actually able to beat Nicole at the Shady Borough. That's a huge deal for me, huge deal. And Brady, I hope you give me a thumbs down. It doesn't bother me at all. Bill O'Neill, thank you. Anyway, so I beat Nicole at the Shady Borough, which is the first time I beat her, and I was really happy about that. But she beat me at Monte Vista. She said I didn't even see her, unfortunately. I didn't get to see her, but I didn't see a lot of people. And then another friend of mine, Jeff Comer, I usually beat him at the hare scrambles or anything long. He beats me every year at the restart. Some guys are really good at sprinting, and I am not good at sprinting. I get arm pump, my hands going, whatever. The back racer. We were in Colorado and you were fishing. Oh, Pat, were you with Brady? Brady purposefully he uninvited me from that trip. Just so you know, Pack Racer 316. Brady Metter called me, told me he was coming, and said, "Don't come. You're not invited." So yeah, just so you know the truth about that trip. And yes, I was fishing. I was having a blast. Yeah, see, Mom? Brady, you're risking your muffins, dude. Take that. I was number 6 30 minutes ago. Oh, right on. Kevin O'Laughlin, go Canucks. Thank you so much for the super chat. Guys, what Kevin O'Laughlin just did right there, just in case you don't know, a shameless plug for the channel, is he just gave us $20. And you guys can also do that. If you really enjoy this content and you want to support what we do and you want to help me grow this channel into something even bigger and better where I can do even more stuff and test more things, then you also can give me money. It's also soon to be my birthday. So another shameless plug, if you want to send me birthday presents, it's also Zach's birthday on the 18th. Mine's the 14th. Zach's is the 18th. If you want to support us, feel free. If you don't, that's fine too. I love you anyway. But Kevin, thank you very much. Scott Schwager, am I coming to AZ this winter? I hope. Garrett Anderson, the muffins are not the Death March because my mom doesn't come up for the Death March, and she's the only one. Bill O'Neill, the 12th. Yes, awesome. You should come to the Death March because it's on the 10th. The whole reason that the Death March is the second weekend in September every year is to get it close to my birthday, and that's my big celebration. Yes, Jimmy Neihart. I know you'll eat the muffins. I'm not worried about that. Pack Racer, no, Brady was not sparing me. He said, Oklahomans don't like you. We don't want you hanging out. I don't want to see you. It was terrible. I don't know. I felt really bad. And because I invite Brady all the time up here, and then he comes and he says, Morgan, don't come ride with us. So anyway, Bill O'Neill, Eastern Pennsylvania would be a very long come for the Death March, but that would be awesome if you did. By the way, guys, quick, because I'm Scott. Oh, he's asking Scott, where are you in Arizona? Roger lives in Prescott. And yes, I'm hoping to be in Arizona this winter. I just got to figure out if I can afford it. I don't know. Mojave Mike, thumbs up, losers. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if I can swing it this year, but hopefully I'm buying a new bike, and that is actually really sucking up a lot of my money. And I still haven't sold my 125. I know it's a 125. A lot of people don't want them at the mountains. But yeah. Gonna need some more donations. Yes, way more donations to get down to Arizona. What if I do a death march on Oklahoma Saturday? I don't care if you do a death march in Oklahoma on Saturday. It's gonna be hard. You have to go around the same trails a bunch of freaking times to do 200 plus miles without like riding a bunch of roads anyway. But yeah, I say do it, man. Jimmy Neihart, he's Eastern PA, but it's a little bit late notice is the only thing I think. And yes, Neihart, you did make it and you're awesome, but you had a lot further notice. I think Bill, to make it in 2 days notice would be, although Jimmy Neihart, you want to prove him wrong and get here in 2 days and do the death march, that'd be awesome. Bruce Kennedy, yeah, sell that thing. I'll ship it. I don't care. I mean, They're gonna have to pay for shipping, but yeah, sell that sucker. It needs to go because I need the money for the new 300. I wish I could keep it, honestly. I really wish I could keep the 125, but I just can't afford to. I haven't been riding it all recently because I'm just trying to keep it shiny and happy for the new owner. If I were going to keep it, I'd be riding that thing out in the desert right now. But yeah, Bruce, let people know we can get it shipped out there, however that works. We're running long today, guys, because I'm already at the shop and it's dangerously close to time to open. So, Kevin O'Laughlin, Death March at Zinc Ranch would be super cool. That would be cool. Again, though, I mean, I know it's a huge ass ranch, but is there 200 miles of trail? That'd be cool. That would be awesome. I might consider coming down for something like that if you did it in like December or January when it's not freaking hot and buggy. That's the other thing though. Like Zinc Ranch is awesome, but like I can't just go there, right? I mean, you gotta know someone, and you gotta like pay them money, and you can't just like show up. Which is, I don't know. That's part of my problem with the whole east of here is that there's just no public land, or not much. Death March uncompatible work. So Garrett, that's a funny thing. We are working on. Bibbs and I have been talking about a kind of a death march here in Montrose for a while, and it's his idea. I don't want to take that away from him because he's the one that came up with the idea, and he's got a great idea. Like anyway, he's got a good idea for a death marchy kind of thing here. I think what's he call it, the muster, the Montrose Ultimate Single Track Enduro Ride. Yeah, that's what it is. I think. Anyway. So we're working on it. It's going to happen. Come to Michigan sometime and get multiple death marches. Craig Hamilton. I would love to come to Michigan. I have heard nothing but good things about Michigan. Bruce Kennedy talks about it. Lots of guys talk about it. Someday I will make it. Again, it's all about priorities, right? It's all about, that kind of stuff and like what you value and all that. And I'm just a Western guy, and I've always been drawn to the West, and I just stay out West. I love it here. I love the freedom. I do hear that Michigan's amazing. So one of these days I'll do. And Garrett, I have a plate, which is awesome for my bike. So Craig, someday it'll happen. Stay tuned. I would love to get to Michigan. Love the Loose Moose Enduro and the UP. I've heard the UP is awesome. I've heard it's got. So Get Risky is in Michigan. There we go. So yeah, someday it's how long is it to get to Michigan from here? I gotta figure that out. Ooh, a YZ250 with my. Ooh, I don't even have to bring a bike. The problem is kind of want to. I like driving, but I don't know. Maybe I would fly out. That would make it a lot easier. Because how long does it take to get from where you are, Craig, to here? 2.5 days on my bike. Yes. Yeah, Gary, you just drove out there. How long was that? I don't know. He wasn't in the UP. You weren't in the UP, but yeah. So someday I gotta change my focus and like start working east and see things. I'd like to get out, back east and do some races, maybe a sprint enduro or something like that, a J-Day thing way east, just to do something different. But yeah. Get Risky, 18 hours. That's not too bad. 22 hours to Muskegon. 20-ish hours. Bruce Kennedy. Ooh, there is good fishing. There's big fish in Michigan because you guys have warm water. And fish get real big. Get Risky. All right. There we go. Right next to Muskegon. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe that next ride the world needs to be in Michigan. What is the best time of year to ride in Michigan? If I'm going to drive that far, or fly or whatever I'm going to do, if I'm going to spend that kind of energy and effort to get there, I want to ride when it is absolutely the perfect time of year to ride. I don't want bugs. I don't want too much heat or humidity. There we go. Fall or spring, which one's better? Because gear, like father-in-law, I like the idea of fishing. I will bring all my gear. Let's see. Fall riding is the best, but we start losing sunlight. Yeah, I know. That's all right. I mean, that's part of the deal. April to November 1st. Bugs are a thing all summer. Yeah. So yeah, bugs. I hate. Um, there's no such thing as no bugs. I hate freaking bugs. And Roger Hurd, I know I gotta get to Arizona because it does seem to rain when I show up, which is rad. I have other friends who seem to bring rain too, and I'm gonna bring them this time because they brought a ton of rain to Monticello, and it was phenomenal. Again, a quick plug for WeBe Racing, not Monticello, Monte Vista. Quick plug for Monte Vista Race. If you do it, it's super fun. Like I said, it's a restart. Some people don't like that, but the course was brilliant this year. Super fun. Hey, Ken Stutzman, what's happening, dude? Haven't seen you in a while, brain damage. UP is a horror show. I also love doing color tours out in the trails because the leaves are just beautiful here in the fall. Get risky, I get it. Bruce, can you carry my kids away? Oh man, that's the other thing about traveling to places is I got to bring my kids. I don't have to bring my kids, but I want to bring my kids, and so there's got to be enough riding for them too. And yes, they are very good riders, but they are still kids, and sometimes shucking them out on new stuff in a new state doesn't make them super happy. Brady got to experience that at the 500 last year, 2 years ago, whenever that was. My boys were kind of buttwads about that. And again, I love them. So whatever, I'll deal with it. But, anyway. Sean Daigle, thank you so much. All right. Next summer again. Right on. So, yeah, I like the idea. And I bring the mean dog. Heck yeah. Look at the mean dog. Look how mean she is. Oh, I love you guys. Oh, I better get going. It's 8:45 here, and my butt needs to get in gear because Zach and Leander are going to be here any minute. Paul Anstey, dude, I have not talked to you in such a long time. I need you in Colorado to come from Canada to Colorado. You're the only Canadian I like, you and your wife. So there we go. Best area in Michigan. Answer that. Matt Andreas, Punk Rock Club dude from the get-go. You are one of the original Punk Rock Club members, dude. I appreciate you very much. It looks like you've been having so much fun. It looks like you're getting really, 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 really good at the hard enduro stuff. So yeah, man, that's so freaking cool. Brady Metter, you're the chump. You're the one who uninvited me from your trip. So Garrett, I'll see you in a bit. I love you guys. Punk Rock Club, I love you the most, even Brady, even though he's mean to me. And Kevin O'Laughlin, thank you so much for the support. Everyone, thank you for the support. I love you guys. Have a great day. Spread the gospel of two wheels. And please, 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 please get out and ride your dirt bikes.